Question number 7. It is given that the first three terms of a sequence is 4, 8, 16. Question A1. State the type of sequence. Give a reason for your answer. So question A1, we have to see what's the pattern to this sequence. 4, 8, 16. So you can see the pattern is what? Times 2, right? Times 2, times 2. So you have to show the working. How do you show? You find the common ratio. Okay, because we have we know it's times 2. So the common ratio, let's say the R1 will be 8 divided by 4, which is 2. And then R2 will be 16 divided by 8, which is also 2. So we can say this is a geometric sequence. Because, what's the reason? Because they have the same common ratio. Okay. Question A2. Hence find the n term of the sequence. N term means you want the Tn. Okay, so this is geometric progression, so it's AR power n minus 1. So A is 4, R is 2, N is, n minus 1, you don't know what is n minus 1. So 4 you can change it to, you can actually leave it here, but in this case you can still simplify further, because 4 you can change it to 2 power 2. Okay, so that means 2 power 2 times 2 power n minus 1. So these are indices lah. So you get 2 power, so times means plus, so 2 plus n minus 1. So your answer is 2 power 1 plus n, or n plus 1. So this should be your answer. Let's see B. In an arithmetic progression, the second term is 5p minus 10 and the 10th term is 7 times the first term. Okay, express A in terms of p. So question B. The second term is 5p minus 10 and the 10th term, so T10, equals to 7 times of A. Okay, so what we want to express A in terms of P. So we know that second term means what? Second term means the A plus D, correct? That means the A is the first number. Let's say you got a sequence here, right? The second term will be the first value, term 1, A, and then you plus D to get the second term. So we can write in terms of A and D. Okay, so A plus D equals to 5p minus 10. Okay, so this is your first equation. The 10th term will be what? A plus 9D. Okay, A plus 9D equals to 7A. Okay, because you same concept lah. Okay, so if term 2 means A plus D, A plus 1D lah. In other words, A plus 1D. So if you are looking for 10th term, will be A plus 9D. Okay, so they want us to express A in terms of P. So there is no more D in the equation. There's no more D. So if there's no more D, that means we have to substitute the D so that we can remove the D from the equation. So I'm going to rearrange this. Okay, So I get 9D equals 7A minus A. So I get 6A. So D equals to 6A divided by 9. Divided by 9. So I get 3 over divided by 3, like 2 over 3A. Okay. So D equals to 2 over 3A. Now that you have D, you can substitute into the second equation. So you get A plus 2 over 3A equals 5p minus 10. So 2 over 3 plus 1, you get 5 over 3A equals 5p minus 10. So we are looking to make A the subject, right? So A equals to 5p minus 10 times, I bring the 5 over 3 across, so I get 3 over 5 times 3 over 5. So you simplify this, you expand this, you get 3p minus 6. So that's your answer for A lah. Okay, that you're expressing A. Question C. A polygon with n sides is drawn such that the sizes of the interior angles form an arithmetic progression. So the interior angles of a polygon, we don't know how many sides, okay, n number of sides, forms an arithmetic progression. So that means the smallest will be a certain angle, then the second one will be a bit larger, then the third one will be even larger. So it's an arithmetic progression. It is given that the size of the largest interior angle, so largest means the last one lah, okay, so that means the Tn, okay, the largest is the last angle, Tn is 5 times, so is equal to 5 times of what? The smallest. So the smallest is the first term, so 5a. And what they're asking for, express a in terms of n. So okay, a in terms of n. So one thing we can know is that we are talking about interior angle, right? So interior angle means what? If you add up all the angles, it will be what? The total interior angle we learned before is n minus 2 times 180, right? That's where you get the total interior angle. So this one, if in terms of sequence, means you adding up all the angles. So that means this equation here, this formula here, should be equal to the Sn, because you're adding up all the angles. Okay, so Sn equals to n minus 2 times 180. Okay, because it's the sum of all interior angles. Okay, so we can actually expand from here. Since we have the Tn, we can use the Sn formula. So Sn, there are two formulas, right? For it is arithmetic. Yeah, arithmetic, there are two formulas. So Sn, the first formula is n over 2, and then 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, this is the first formula. The second formula is n over 2 a plus l. Okay, L is what? L is the final term lah. So in this case, we have the L. The L is the Tn lah, the final term. So we can use the second formula. Okay, so we're going to use that formula. Wait, let me erase this. So this Sn here, I'm going to continue here, is n over 2 a plus L, and then n minus 2 times 180. Okay, so this is the formula. So I'm going to substitute n over 2. A is what? A we don't know, the first term. L is the final term, so 5a. 5a equals n minus 2 times 180. So how can we simplify this? This one can become 6a, right? So it can become 6a, so it becomes n over 2 times 6a equals n minus 2 times 180. So 6a you can simplify, you get 3an equals n minus 2 times 180. And we are looking to express a in terms of n. So we can shift the 3n across. So we get a equals n minus 2 times 180 divided by 3n. Okay, so 3n you can also, the 3 and the 180 you can simplify. 180 divided by 3 is 60. So we get 60 n minus 2 over n. So this is your answer. If you want to expand, you can as well. It's up to you, but I'll leave it like this.